Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Welcome to my review for the season finale of Star Trek Discovery. Let's talk about it. Okay, so this episode was titled Coming Home. Poor choice for a title, to be honest. It's apt for the episode, but with a title like that, you're aware of what the ending's going to be. Yeah, although it has a double sort of meaning. We'll come into that, talk about that a bit more in a minute. So, this episode, obviously, like I said, it's the finale. The crew of the Discovery and everyone, they finally get to meet the DMA, the alien race. They're these big sort of beings. You can't really make out what they particularly look like. They're obviously non-human type of aliens, this sort of thing. And in good Star Trek fashion, they overcome things with talk. So the past two episodes, this one and the last, have felt a bit more Star Trek-y. I will give it that, touching home with what Star Trek actually is and what it's about and this sort of thing. However, I will say however, that was a good episode. This was a good episode. I had no issue with it. But I'll come to talking about the series as a whole in a minute. I enjoyed the episode. I thought it was well acted, well written. I thought they could have been a lot braver in that, I would like to have seen Book get killed off. Not that I don't like the character of Book, but I like strong and brave writing. And when a character, say, looks like they could sacrifice themselves, it doesn't go through with it, it doesn't happen, or they don't die, I get a sense of sort of, I want a braver storytelling. A loss would have been fantastic for the show. It would have been a strong character motivation for Michael going forward, good writing for the character. But no, inevitably by the end, everything's, the status quo is sort of reset, everything's okay, this sort of thing. There is a sense of urgency about the episode, I'll give it that. There's some fantastic stuff, with Tilly back on the Starfleet base, and they're trying to save people from Earth, this sort of thing. There's some good stuff there. Nice to see her back again as a character. Reno, she's fantastic. They need to do more of this character, Reno. She's one of the strongest characters within the series. She's the most believable. She hasn't had a great deal of screen time throughout the series, but what she does have, she's so fantastic. She's just colourful character, very good. Her line delivery is fantastic, and they should bring this character more into the fold, more into front focus of the series, because she is very good. I wouldn't even mind seeing her as a Starfleet captain. Series revolving around her would be fantastic. But yeah, so this was a strong episode. I'll give it that. It was a strong finale. I kind of liked where it left up. I kind of liked the fact that Earth came back into the Federation, and after the 2 seasons, they give you this chat at the end that how things are and this sort of thing, how things and we're setting up a sort of we're setting up a Star Trek here where the Federation has become stronger, and we're sort of back to where we were with the Federation before. A lot of these united planets who have come together because of the events of the last season and the events of this season has made them join together. And now the crew of Discovery can go out and explore and discover new planets, new worlds, new people that need help. And I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind them taking a step back to that sort of a storytelling and having this overall arcing massive story, because this season has got to be probably the weakest. I'd say it's the weakest season thus far of Star Trek Discovery. I've struggled very much with this season, and even though this episode was very strong, I can't give the season a pass on its final chapter. I can't, I wouldn't reread a book just because the final chapter was magnificent, but the rest was lousy. and this season has been lousy, and that's my opinion. I respect that people will like it and all that sort of thing. So, you know, I'm happy to have that discussion. But my thoughts alone, I've struggled with this season. The fact that there's been no overarching nemesis for the series has made issue for it. That it's just been the crew of this ship essentially talking about feelings all the time and this sort of thing. It's made it somewhat boring to watch. It has felt like a struggle to get through, and then at the end you get something decent. Yeah, now the title of the episode, I said, Coming Home, that kind of, you know, as soon as I opened the door to this episode, I knew that everything was going to be fine just by the title, that they would be coming home. But it also relates to the coming together of the Federation and Earth coming into the Federation, but them getting home as well. You know, it's an unfortunate title in that sense. And like I said, the book stuff, it was a shame. You know, the character's there. He'll probably be back next season. It would be, again, brave if they didn't bring him back next season, if he had nothing to do with it. Maybe come back a bit further down the line. I'd have no issue with that. But, you know, I knew that he wasn't dead. It was inevitable that he wasn't dead, because we didn't see him die, in a sense. We just thought he was. But, yeah, so I do have some issues with the storytelling. Lost would have made the episode good, that's all. But no, it was a strong episode. It was a strong finale to a weak series. I'll give it that. Yeah, other than that, I ain't really got anything else to say about it. It was enjoyable enough. Anyway, this is AJ. Thanks for watching. I will be going to watch Picard now, which I'll come back and review after I've watched that. I decided to watch this first because it was the finale. So we'll see what Picard has to offer. This is AJ. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Take care all and goodbye.